Hi Joshua.
Nope.
Brady Racing reporting for duty.
Not doing it today, bud. Bye.
Take 2. I took my whole car apart today because stock location in FP green. Is that what we have on there?
Mm-hmm. You don't even know what turbo you have?
No, it's had like 4 since we've gotten it.
It's had 2. FP green pretty much its whole life. And then I went to that stupid FP0 that sucks. And then it went back to green that made, what was it? It made within 50 wheel of an FP0. Yeah.
But it's still too tiny. I blame you, but you blame me. But it's not enough power for me to go fast. I need something faster to go fast.
You went 12.0 and I went 10.4 on the same map.
Yeah.
So, car went...
You have driver mod.
Out last time, after the wife's track day. Didn't bring the laptop. I think I put the clip in for you guys to see. Car went 10.4 at 128. It's gone 10.5 at 130 with the factory motor. And then now with this setup on here, it made it was like 606 or 605 wheel with the FP green. That was pretty much everything it had. That was full tilt. And that was the same map it was on. And it went 10.4 at 128. Car had everything in it. Had the 17-inch slicks on it, which didn't help the 60 foot. So that's why it was a little bit down there. I think it was like closer to a 1.660 foot on that pass. Which, if we would have cleaned that up, the car would have easily went into a high 1020 or low 1030 situation. But now, we've made the decision to change the setup on the car.
We're selling it.
Selling the car. No, not yet. But, as you guys have seen, everything going on. Times are changing. Things are changing. And unfortunately, that's just how it's going to be, at least for now, until something changes in the future. So, we want to work on a compliant build for you guys, and we've talked about this in the past, and those of you wondering what that means, we mean completely EPA compliant car. So I think that this car, for what it's been, and it's been a tool for learning for you guys and my tuning, it makes sense to do it with this car. So that does mean the setup off this car is going to be for sale. Whether it's going to be sold by the time this video goes up or not, I'm not too sure. That does mean the record holding FP green here doesn't have any issues with it. No crazy shaft play or anything going on. Turbo is perfectly fine. That is going to be for sale. The external wastegate setup is going to be for sale. I do think I already have a customer that wants the red intake manifold, so I don't think that's going to be for sale. I would like to use the AMS 100%. The AMS has proved to us that it keeps things more efficient, and that is what is the key with any engine. So what I've seen back to back on the dyno is about 5 pounds less boost makes the same power with the AMS versus, say, a stock intake manifold. So 5 pounds, that's quite a bit. You know, if you're at 35 pounds versus 40 pounds, you know, that's the difference of a motor living a long time or having to have maintenance in the future. So pretty big thing. Unfortunately, this car is going to have to go back to stock TGVs, and that does mean we need to put the air pump back on it because this car obviously doesn't have any of that. It's just been a shop race car at that point. So we're going to put the air pump system back on the car, have all the stock parts from this car, and we're going to put the factory TGVs on. I do have a Subaru NA short runner intake I might put on the car, or we'll just put the factory intake manifold back on. I haven't decided yet. Turbo wise, we haven't really decided which turbo we're going to go with. We might put what we've talked about, where we're getting a trade for a 6266. Not really my favorable turbo, but it might work its way on here. We'll see. So
it'll be fine.
We are in the process of making our own turbo kit with Ranchbuilt to be able to offer to you guys. That kit will fit all different variations, whether it be stock intake manifold or such a AMS intake manifold. So I think that's going to be pretty cool for you guys. We are working on that in the background. I mean, yeah, there's not much to say other than the fact that we're just changing the setup to further learn and show you guys that even having all the compliant parts will still make power. I mean, it's already been proven out there that a couple people have done, but I want to show you guys, and that does mean the car is going to have a cat on it. So we're going to be putting everything back on the car. What the heck is this? This is not a turnaround there, bud. So a lot of things changing. We have other plans in the future that the wife is glaring at me right now for mentioning. So those other plans in the future do involve getting rid of this car, and that is part of the thing. So one of you guys would have a chance at possibly buying this car if we go that route down the road. So think of that, whether it's being compliant and together, or we'll put it back to stock form and sell it from there. But for right now, it's going to do its job, and its job is to further test and develop for the business. That's the whole reason why we got this car. And the other reason was to get her to drive more.
Well, that's hard when we don't have a track here. So now I'm over the cars because we don't have a track, so I'm over it and you can sell it.
So we don't have a track. They're working on the track. Track hasn't opened. Obviously, as you guys seen, gas prices are pretty outrageous, and prices in general. So to give you an idea, for going to our closest racetrack, we spend anywhere from $500 to $700 per a trip to do that. So it does add up. It does get pretty expensive. Unless we're trying to go out and further invest in ourselves, it makes it hard to go and break away for fun, because obviously then you're spending more than you want. So that is the tough part. Like I said, our track is coming back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe the end of the year.
Probably next year.
They say next year it should be up and fully running. So I think a lot more will happen then, a lot more videos for track racing and whatnot come up from then. But we also have the other side of having a business and being busy with a business, which thank you to you guys, because a lot of it is subscribers, and we want to continue to give you guys a chance to be able to mod your cars. So that's the whole reason for this thing changing its setup, because we've already proved that the setup on it works really well. So that's the update on this, the update kind of with the shop. I'm working away in the background as the wife has pulled this thing pretty much all apart herself. So give her a good old hand clap down below, because she's been working hard over here and nagging at me about every 2 seconds.
Well, you work on your own stuff.
Oh yeah, you're changing your wording there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made her a very dirty language person, so you can thank her for changing. I'm working on the background. I showed you guys a lot of the Honda. I told you guys with the Honda, it was pretty much my project car, my getaway, like where I just can take a break and get away from everything. And it's kind of hard to share that when you're taking that break and taking a break from the business or the camera and everything. So that's why you guys haven't seen too much with the Honda. You guys see bits and pieces here and there. I also don't get a whole lot of time to work on it either. This is the first time I got to work on it in a while. The last time I worked on it, we did get pretty far. Went to go ahead and start it. Car didn't start, so I pushed it in the corner and didn't want to deal with it.
Chase stole your turbo.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad at you, Chase, right now.
He wants to fight Chase.
Pretty mad at you today. So Chase has 6870. That's obviously what came out the Honda. Went ahead and loaned it over to him. That what was the original plan was, but then he ended up buying it because, you know, I'm picky. So I bought a brand new one, so it was nice and clean. But he still has some of the parts, so that is the unfortunate side. I'm kind of hitting a brick wall today.
You want to show me your Honda?
Sure. You want to see my Honda?
This is what I'll be racing now.
The Honda?
The Honda.
So what we have here is a pretty complete car, minus a few things. Thank you, Chase. My turbo is not completely on, so don't judge too much there. Obviously, it's not clocked right, it's just sitting there. Brand new Precision 6870 H cover, makes it look a lot bigger of a turbo. I think the H cover complements the 6870 quite a bit, and we've showed it has made more power. So here we have, like I said, 6870. If you guys are just tuning in, this is a Ramey built 1000 horse short block sleeved, and I did a 4-piston 625 plus head studs, a Speed Factory head gasket. It's a GSR head with GSC valve train, oversized stainless valves in it, and maybe a little bit smaller of a camshaft. It kind of exploded into what it is now. It keeps growing into more and more because I have a sickness. So it has CTR cams in it, an OEM camshaft. It's the biggest one that Honda made. So that's what's in it. Might be too little camshaft, but honestly, guys, I just want to enjoy the car. So whatever it makes. It is what it is. But car is pretty much complete. I just had the front bumper on earlier, but I took it off so I could charge the battery because I have the battery relocated in there. The Volt T37s are on. I also just got some spoon brake calipers. Some of the Honda boys will know what that is. Those are getting to be harder to get, especially a brand new set. You have to wait months on end. Thankfully, I had someone in town that had a set that I sweet talked him off of them. So that's how I got those. You guys have seen the Recaros before. They're still not mounted in the car because, well, like I said, I don't get much time to work on it. So
tell me about your color scheme here. We got some red, we got some gold, some blue, some purple.
What's gold?
The wheels.
Ooh, those aren't gold. Those are bronze. I think you're a little colorblind.
Okay. Well, tell me about this color scheme you're going with.
All right. I think everybody And we can have this conversation in the comments. I think everybody will agree that black with the OG bronze TEs, you just can't beat the combo. 100%. Now,
That's
blue
fine.
spoon brakes, you really can't beat that either. I mean, come on, you got like.
But then red inside and purple.
You know, like I said, this thing kind of keeps changing.
You were
as time
just
goes
trying to
on.
copy my car. I have red interior, the gold bronze wheels,
No,
black
I
car.
don't think that was the case.
You saw how great my car looked. And
No,
you're
I
like,
really
"Ooh."
don't think that's what happened there.
I think so.
I think it just keeps progressing. So, to be honest with you, I would like to get a set of black Recaros. There was a set I was eyeballing. I really like the red and black. It's something I had when I was younger. But as you know, you grow up and get older, I probably should have went with the older decision, and that would have been black. And then I redid my door panels in OEM Recaro material. Don't think you guys have seen that yet. So I don't know. I probably would prefer having the black Recaros, the black material on there, and to be honest with you, changing all the purple stuff to blue in the engine bay so it matches the brakes, just to feel a little bit better about all my colors going on right now. But the wife loves to out me on the camera, so unfortunately, that's what she's doing right now.
And you wiring today?
I am wiring. It has a nice Haltech cluster in.
Ooh.
I didn't show that. New S2000 AP2 steering wheel is in there as well. It's been recovered in some suede. I think that honestly that this is like a cheaper wheel, unfortunately. So I might get a different one in the future. I don't really like the suede on it. It looks pretty cheaply done.
You
So
got a new shift knob?
I've had that. The car got paint corrected. Some parts got repainted. The rear bumper you guys have seen before. It was pretty faded. The wing got painted too. It was pretty dinged up and scratched up. So that got repainted. All the side molding got repainted. The side skirts, front bumper. The hood had really bad crow's feet is what it's called. It's where the underlayer base coat, I think, is what it would be. I'm no painter, so don't take that as for surely what's going on. But I know what it's called. It's called crow's feet. It's where it starts cracking and looking horrible. So
Like a crow.
pretty much
Sweet.
like a crow crawled over your hood everywhere, every inch and centimeter.
Got it.
It was pretty awful. So that's why the hood got redone. Other than that, yeah, today I'm working on the ECU. I mounted it in the glove box, getting all the wiring put to the side.
Fancy.
Really, the only thing left on this thing to do is get the fuel pump wired, which I've been working on it here and out today. But like I said, we tried to start it. It has spark, but it did not fire. I didn't have the fuel pump hooked up. We're trying to, spray some starter fluid in there, kind of jimmy rig it, I guess, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna hook up the fuel pump, do it the right way, get the car 100%. Hopefully it'll start up. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna start up today, but that gives you an update. This is a long enough clip for what's going on. Talk your ear off. The wife wants me to go through and record, so
Always blaming me.
I am 100%.
Alright, well, race car day.
Race car day is what it is. It's Monday, Memorial Day. So thank you to all you veterans. We took a nice colorful picture that you guys will be seeing go live maybe tonight. And we're just taking today to work on our own projects, and it's kind of nice little breather. But I don't know when that's going to come back out. Like I said, we're working on our own turbo kit. So there comes fabrication time.
And Josh's car too.
And Josh's car. I mean, Josh's car already has the turbo kit on it, so technically we could take his, make a jig of it, and so forth. The tough part of that is we are starting to run a lot of H-cover turbo, so we're trying to make a kit that works with everything. So
standing in my kitchen. Yeah, I remember when you talked down, hands out, thinking that you're getting some odds now. If you weren't there for the grass rules, I can't let you in, I'm sorry to break the band. Okay, they still up in that beta stage, this should go and wake them up. 200 for a saving grace, I feel I wasn't paid enough. Predicting what I complain about when Ollie catch a major buzz. Hundreds too freshly pressed, watch out for the paper cuts. The dude working, the tour coming, I'm poured up. The new burden is getting room service in foreign tongue. Boarding a Bombardier to fly to where I'm born from. And when I land a bad Insta-influencer swarm us.
guys, it's been a long day. The wife's been giving me a lot of shit because she almost pulled her motor out of her car in the meantime of a quarter of my day. So props to her, she's getting faster. And
Faster than Chase.
I don't know why you're pulling their motor out of your car.
I didn't pull the motor, I pulled everything but my motor, and that's
Yeah.
why I was fast.
Pulled the whole turbo kit off the car. Correction. So Honda, Chris left because he hates cameras, you guys already know, but he came over to help me, and he helped me from just being dumb. is what it was. So I've been cranking over on this thing, trying to get it started. We tried to start it before, starting fluid. Wasn't very motivated because it didn't try to start. That's one of my, let's say, what is it? My failures in life is that if a car doesn't start, I immediately get mad and don't want to deal with it. So if it tries to start, then I'll deal with it. So I pushed it in the corner, sat there, came back. Same issue. Still had no start scenario. All because your boy forgot to be a Honda boy and I didn't relash my valves, check my valve clearance. And on these, obviously, it's pretty important. It's not like a flat bucket on a Subaru, you know, where your machine shop or you have to set your clearance by putting different buckets in. These actually you adjust manually. Kind of old technology.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk? So they're all way too tight, and it had zero compression because it was holding the valves open. So as soon as we did that, old baby started right up. I couldn't be happier. So it does have open downpipe. I need to put one clamp underneath, so it is not going to sound like full exhaust, but I'm going to fire it up. It doesn't have a coolant system in it. We're running it to set fuel pressure and set timing, so I'm not going to let it run too long, but I'm going to fire it up for you guys. We'll see if it fires right up for camera. It has just a base map on it, but let's see what happens. Ugh. What the?
Throw you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, fast lane. Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground.